Kehlani is accused of controversial matters, being member of a dangerous cult, even though other celebrities like J.Lo or Cardi B are also involved in these practices. Do you think Kehlani is targeted by media for her activism and raising voices for oppressed, or is she really subject of concern? Let's find out. Kehlani is currently facing allegations from her ex-partner, Javaughn Young-White, who claims she is involved in a Santeria cult that endangers their daughter, Adeya, the same cult that is practiced by Azealia Banks, Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Mark Anthony, Cardi B, and many more, most of whom have children. Controversial accusations against Kehlani came overshadowing her latest growing popularity for raising her voice in different causes. Coincidence?
For me right now, that's what they love, that's what they know, and I'm gonna sneak an initiative in there, drop a t-shirt with a Palestinian designer and a company in Palestine, have them, which is supporting their families and their company, and have them all make the money. I have nothing to do with it except for pointing people in the direction. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I made no money from that. Free Palestine till it's backward! I don't think it's a complicated situation at all. I think it's black and white, and you have a choice to see it or not, and I hope you see it. And the people who have families who are going through this and people who are there, I want all my followers and my peers to sit on the right side of history. I want them to make a decision that is larger than them. I want them to make an unselfish one. I want them to make an obvious one, and I just hope that they choose to do the right thing. I'm gonna keep reiterating that it's not that complicated of a decision to make. Just do the right thing.
So Kehlani ex Young-White is seeking full custody, stating that Kehlani's actions are influenced by Santeria group, including claims of unsupervised religious ceremonies involving their child. Kehlani has categorically denied these allegations, describing them as misleading and painful, and emphasized her commitment to her daughter's safety. She stated that the situation is a private legal matter and expressed gratitude for her supporters during this challenging time. But we can't forget that Kehlani has been very popular with her support for matters surrounding human tragedies in Palestine, Congo, Sudan, and many more.
I want to take a second to say, free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, free Yemen, free Hawaii, free Guam. Beyond a ceasefire, we need an end to the occupation. It's deeper than this. I need everybody that's here right now, everybody that's watching, to step up, to use their voices. I'm not a public speaker. I kind of yell on Instagram sometimes. That's as far as I go, but any difference that you can make is appreciated. Wear your keffiyehs outside. Stop and shop at Palestinian businesses. Hire Palestinians, hire Congolese people, hire people from Sudan. Send your money where it matters. We all we got, so I'm gonna leave that there.
She has been praised for using her voice for human rights and being one of few artists that stand up to the injustice. And just so, now she is in the center of serious accusations involving her child in very controversial matters that may leave a bad taste to her name regardless if it's true or not. Are those accusations even true? Kehlani has clarified that she is no longer practicing Santeria, an Afro-Caribbean religion based on Yoruba beliefs. Kehlani has allegedly left Santeria due to personal reasons and a shift in her spiritual journey. She has stated that she no longer practices the religion. The decision to leave Santeria appears to be part of her broader effort to focus on her personal well-being and the well-being of her child. Despite allegations from her ex-partner, Javaughn Young-White, Kehlani has strongly denied any claims that her involvement with the religion endangered their daughter. Adeya, Young-White has also stated that he never claimed Santeria was a cult, and he criticized media outlets for misrepresenting his words. Kehlani emphasized her commitment to her child's safety and well-being throughout legal matter. The original court documents allegedly included claims that Kehlani was part of a group whose leader had numerous accusations of committing essay assault. However, Young-White has since stated that this filing was incomplete and published without his authorization. Young-White expressed concerns about religious ceremonies being performed on their daughter and claimed he had been physically restrained and threatened by members of the cult when trying to pick up his child. He sought full custody, alleging that the group controls Kehlani's actions and behavior, including decisions related to their daughter's upbringing. It's important to note that both Kehlani and Young-White have criticized the media's portrayal of the situation. Kehlani strongly denied putting her child in harm's way and stated she no longer practices Santeria. The media used the case to black out Kehlani and ruin her reputation and career in this very moment when she was so vocal about matters in this world.
Yeah. It's actually enough because then
it's really hard to be like incredibly conscious or incredibly political because you've now put yourself at the forefront to have like your politic checked in every angle. Like at some point you have to just accept that you're doing your best. And I'm a mother, I take care of my whole family. Of course there was the fear and the risk of like I could jeopardize everything that I worked hard for. I could lose what feeds my child. It should be an example that people can hold each other, and they wouldn't be able to do this to us if we all like it's easy to get rid of one or two of us, but if everyone spoke, this wouldn't exist anymore. It wouldn't be a problem.
So what is Santeria?
I'm in an Afro-Cuban religion.
I've never heard of this. Enlighten me.
It's a monotheistic, so there is God. I'm in an Afro-Cuban religion called La Regla de Ocha, kind of like the birth child of the West African religion and Catholicism.
This is an Afro-Caribbean religion that originated in Cuba, blending elements of Yoruba beliefs from West Africa with Roman Catholic traditions. The name Santeria means the way of the saints in Spanish, reflecting the practice of associating Yoruba deities, orishas, with Catholic saints. Key aspects of Santeria include worship of orishas. These are powerful spirit deities that represent various forces of nature and aspects of life. Practitioners use methods like the Ifa oracle to communicate with orishas and seek guidance. Sacrifice and offerings. These range from simple altar presentations to elaborate feasts honoring the orishas. Devotees may undergo ceremonies to become mediums for specific orishas. During ceremonies, initiated practitioners may enter trances, allowing orishas to communicate directly with the congregation. Santeria developed as enslaved Yoruba people in Cuba merged their traditional beliefs with Catholicism, partly as a way to preserve their spiritual practices under colonial rule. Today, Santeria has spread throughout Latin America and the United States, with followers numbering in the tens. Santeria practitioners connect with the orishas deities in several ways. Santeros use methods like the Ifa oracle or Dalagan, carry shells to communicate with orishas and seek guidance. Practitioners perform various rituals, often in their homes, to honor and connect with specific orishas. Santeros present food, objects, and sometimes animal sacrifices to the orishas as a form of gratitude and to maintain a connection. Through elaborate initiation rituals, practitioners can become mediums for specific orishas. During ceremonies, initiated practitioners may enter trances, allowing orishas to communicate directly with the congregation. Many keep altars in their homes dedicated to specific orishas, where they make offerings and prayers. Wearing specific beaded necklaces, each associated with a particular orisha, helps maintain a connection to the deities. Specific songs and rhythms are used to invoke and communicate with different orishas. Practitioners may pray to Catholic saint counterparts of orishas as another way to connect with them. In a 2022 interview with Bus Magazine, Kehlani provided some insight into her involvement with the religion. Kehlani described La Regla de Oca, known as Santeria or Lukumi, as a really gorgeous religion that I didn't seek out, but it sought me. She mentioned that upon her arrival into the religion, she was told that she was headed towards a young death in various ways. Kehlani credited the religion and its elders with saving her life.
I ended up coming to somewhere and coming to some amazing elders who revealed to me that I was on a really short path to losing everything I worked for, or being sick, or dying young, or things like that.
It's worth noting that in more recent statements, August 2024, Kehlani has said she is no longer practicing Santeria. However, the exact timeline of when she started and stopped practicing is not clearly stated. So is Santeria dangerous for children? Some Santeria rituals involve animal sacrifice, which can be disturbing for children to witness or participate in. However, most practitioners do not involve children directly in such rituals. There have been rare instances of children being harmed during Santeria rituals. For example, a 4-year-old girl was reportedly hurt during a ritual in Los Angeles. Such cases are allegedly not representative of typical Santeria practices and are generally condemned by the community. So how would you recognize someone who is practicing Santeria? Practitioners often wear elex, beaded necklaces, and beaded bracelets in colors associated with specific orishes. Initiates may wear all white for a year during their initiation period. Different colors are associated with specific orishes. Red and white for Chango, dark red and black for Oya. Santeros often maintain altars in their homes dedicated to specific orishes, featuring offerings, statues, and symbolic items. They may possess items like cowrie shells for divination, herbs, candles, and other ceremonial objects, attendance at rituals involving music, dance, and offerings to orishes. Drums are used in ceremonies for music and to invoke orishes. They may consult diviners or practice divination themselves using methods like Obi or Dalagan. Santeria practitioners often engage in or seek out traditional healing methods. While not always visible, some practitioners may perform animal sacrifices as part of their religious practice. These symbols and items play crucial roles in Santeria ceremonies, divination practices, and daily worship of the orishes. There have been instances where individuals have misused Santeria practices for manipulative or abusive purposes, such as a reported case of a man using it to coerce a teenager into inappropriate activity. Many practitioners keep their involvement private, which can lead to misunderstandings and suspicions about the nature of the practices. The belief that people can cause harm through supernatural means like the evil eye or witchcraft may lead to unfounded accusations or social tensions. Some healing practices in Santeria, including the use of certain herbs or concoctions, may pose health risks if not properly administered. Kehlani is not the first celebrity to be practicing Santeria. Azealia Banks, known for openly discussing her worship of Yemaya and performing rituals involving animal sacrifices. Mark Anthony and Ricky Martin. Both have been rumored to be crowned Elegua, an Orisha in Santeria. Jennifer Lopez allegedly has a Babel Santeria priest to guide her major decisions. Cardi B has spoken about practicing a form of ATR, possibly Santeria, Palo, or Voodoo hybrid. And also, Beyoncé's connection to Santeria and the Yoruba goddess Ocean is prominent in her work, especially in her visual albums Lemonade and Black is King. Also, artist Anita has been speculated to be part of Santeria as presented in this video. So Kehlani case, although is ongoing and some details cannot be revealed, must be studied. One thing is certain, that these news will overshadow her involvement in good causes and raising voice for those who cannot be heard. Do you think the media is unfairly targeting Kehlani amidst her activism?